Hey there, what's going on, soccer fans and Premier League fans? What did Matt say on last week's show? The games are going to come hot and heavy. We get to see these two smiling, beautiful faces twice this week as we're here to break down some midweek Premier League games. What's going on, Matt?
Yeah, midweek prem. I mean, it's that time of the season. It's fun, the Christmas period, and the fixtures just keep rolling in, and it's fantastic. So yeah, all the way up kind of to that Boxing Day time, and yeah, this is a great point in the season. Like we talked about, yeah, no international break for a long time.
Yeah, it certainly is. I love it when the games come like this. So got no problem with that. Hey, so we obviously decided to join you guys today at 1:30. Why did we pick 1:30? Because lineups are literally dropping right now. So we're just going to jump right on into the action. Let's just start with Liverpool taking on Sheffield. Everybody know Matt's a big Liverpool fan, and I'm curious. We know Matt's curious what the lineup looks like. Although it's Premier League, you don't rotate a ton when you get in the league. But let's go ahead and give a look at it. And while we pull up the lineups, Matt, I will kind of let you know. I already shared a bet. I'm on Liverpool to keep a clean sheet. Obviously, Sheffield makes the first move this season, sacking the manager. Heckenbottom has been relieved of his duty, and Chris Wilder comes back, which Chris Wilder is very familiar with this club. I looked at the head-to-head because I was curious what Liverpool did against Chris Wilder when he was at Sheffield previously. 4 matches, 3 clean sheets. 2 of those clean sheets were even at Sheffield. You don't come in and fix the offense right away. You usually come in, shore up the defense. Chris Wilder also with his fullbacks, he doesn't put them. They don't do overlap runs with his fullbacks. He usually kind of likes to tuck them in, and that's how he creates offense with his fullbacks. You're not implementing any system in 36 hours. So this is just come in, shore up the defense. You could maybe even look at an under 2.5 because that's how defensively I think they're going to set up in this fixture. It's just a matter of when that first goal comes from Liverpool. Are you going to hit an over or are you going to hit an under in this game? I'm going to trust Jurgen Klopp. He's really dominated Chris Wilder over the years. Did you get that lineup up? Did you get it up?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it looks like so Nunez is on the bench. He's being replaced by Gakpo's going to go in the middle. And it looks like McAllister will not have to play his deep lying role that he's been playing in a lot of these big matches. They're going with Endo. Endo did impress in a little cameo role, scored a goal against Fulham, and it looks like he's been rewarded with a start. And then one more change with Simicas. I mean, a couple more really. Kanate swaps in for Matip. Matip's out for a few months, maybe the rest of the season. Gomez checks in and is going to play left back for Simicas. So don't love that, I guess, from an attacking perspective because I like Simicas and his left foot. But
I wish
it's more solid. I guess you could say his defensive qualities are probably a little bit stronger. But yeah, it's a little interesting midweek tweak and chop and change by Jurgen Klopp.
I was just getting ready to say, as you were kind of going through those lineups, and you said Kanate and Virgil, they haven't been a partnership a ton. That makes me love my Liverpool clean sheet even more if I'm going to get Kanate and Virgil van Dijk as a center back partnership. You know, Trent will obviously shift up in that midfield role throughout much of the game when they're obviously in possession. Offensive wise, so it's Diaz, Salah, and Gakpo. Jota is still recovering, so the really only firepower you have on the bench is Nunez, but obviously that's fine. Everybody likes Nunez and his quality. Saw his quality on display for that Endo goal. That great head down to Mo, and then Mo holding it up, laying it back. It's just a beautiful play. So, what do you think of this lineup? I'm going to stick with my Liverpool clean sheet. I like it, and I get Kanate and Virgil. I like it even more. What are you playing in this game or lean in this game?
I like that look. I do like that look. I think that Liverpool can keep a clean sheet today. I think that Kelleher might have to make a save or two to get that done. But I mean, and then yeah, you look at I think that they do have firepower on the bench when you look at Harvey Elliott, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, and then of course Nunez. Maybe Simicas will come in. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think so Liverpool win to nil is a plus price here, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. I'm looking at the clean sheet. I gave it out at plus 122. People are agreeing with me as lineups are dropping because it's down to plus 112.
So that is is that just Sheffield team total under
Yeah,
or
just the clean
is
sheet, not
that
the win to nil. Just the clean sheet.
okay?
You
Not
know
the
this is
win,
going to
no.
be a defensive game, Matt. You could even do under 2.5. Obviously, if Liverpool gets an early goal, you're sweating your tail off. But you know Sheffield's just going to set up defensively. I mean, he's only been here for 36 hours. He's not got much time on his
Right.
hands.
You're very right. You're very right. I think, yeah, I think that he'll do everything to scrap and claw, and that kind of then leads to a clean sheet. Where are you seeing that price at? Because I've got DraftKings pulled up, and I'm seeing a -105.
Whew,
I
FanDuel.
don't
I
know.
love FanDuel for soccer prices. Yeah, plus 112
Okay.
at FanDuel for the clean sheet.
All right. Let's. All right. I think I'm on that. I'm gonna take that.
Okay. All right, let's try and squeeze in another one before we can. Or what's the? I think it's 2:15. So we got a little bit of time before United, Chelsea, and Villa City lineups drop. Which game do you want to go to next, Matt? You want to? We should hold the under for later because Crystal Palace Bournemouth is the ultimate under. I don't give a shit what 22 guys are starting in that lineup. That's enough full on under. So why don't we go to Fulham Forest? Why don't we see what Fulham and Forest are throwing out there?
Yeah. Let me just log in here. I was just logging in, and I'm gonna place that.
You love it. All right, we've got. Let's see. Let's look at Forrest's side. Okay, so Origi comes in. Wow, they haven't been playing him in a while. He's going to come on into the 11. Elanga, Hudson-Odoi. Okay, and then the rest of the whatever the guys. I think for Fulham, Raul Jimenez. Well, that smells like an under. Iwobi, Pereira, Willian. So it's their guys. Paulinho, yeah. I mean, so it's their guys. Like I said, you don't really rotate in the league, so a lot of this is somewhat predictable. If I had to bet this, and I'm not betting this because it is Forest, on the road, but with Fulham and what they were able to show off at Anfield, I really like Fulham in this spot. We'll think that they can carry on that momentum, even though they were unable to, get any points from the Liverpool match. And then I would look at goals in this one as well. I would certainly look at goals at this one. We know Fulham has had that major drop off from last season, such an easy over 2.5. They've regressed. I mean, they've only cashed the over in 3 of 6 home games. Their games only average 2.7 goals when they're at home, but you can maybe look towards the recent uptick to maybe give you some encouragement. With Forest and how they struggle away from home, that's why I just didn't quite get in a bet on this one at all and just ultimately left it alone.
Yeah, I like goals. I do. I mean, we know how. Oh, I got the wrong game pulled up here. Yeah, but I mean, we know Fulham have been on this little heater of scoring. I think that they're kind of back to their previous season. Hold on, this isn't okay. There we go.
They've
Um,
hit over. They've hit overs in 3 straight against Liverpool, Wolves, and Villa, which obviously those are 3 caliber, quite nice opponents to hit the over on easily, and they're contributing to the over too. So it's not like Villa and Liverpool are carrying the weight.
yeah, they did. These two teams did play a nice 3-2 thriller at one stage last. I mean, dude, it's not like Forest aren't scoring goals too. Yes, they were blanked by Everton in their last match, but yeah, 3-2 with Brighton, a 3-2 with West Ham. They put up 2 against Villa and beat Villa. No shame really in getting clean sheeted by Liverpool. 2-2 with Luton. I mean,
3 of their
I
last
mean,
4, though, on the road, they've been unable to score. They generally struggle when they go away from home.
you're very right. Very right.
Didn't
Let me
score at
just
Fulham last year in this fixture. It looks like they lost 2-0. I can't get behind. I can't quite get behind goals. I mean, like from a lean perspective, I agree with the uptick in Fulham. Still leaky in the back, but I can't actually put money on it. I would
yeah,
I would rather
Divock.
I would rather throw another unit. It's now -110 on Villa Man City. Both teams scoring over 2.5. Where I bet this match, I'd throw another unit on that.
I tell you what, I kind of like. I think that Fulham are going to win this game.
Yes, yes, I do like them to win.
I think Fulham are going to win this game. I like their lineup. I love they're kind of in this good flow. I'll tell you somebody like, if you really like wanted a good flyer bet here, let me take a look. Anytime assist is the American Anthony Robinson has been really good on that left side. He is so pacey. He's starting to get some end product together, and he has 2 assists in his last 2 matches, and he's 10-1 to get it one. And so I think that's I think it's 3. It would be 3 in a row for him. I believe that the last 2 Fulham matches he has assisted. He just bursts up and down that left flank. I think he had one against Liverpool. Yep, he had the first one to Wilson, and then I know he had one against Wolves. He had the first one. in that one too. Or maybe this. Where was it? Yeah, that was the first one. He's had the first assist to open up both matches. That's an interesting little fun weekday flyer, maybe to throw. Some really small kind of fun money at. But Anthony Robinson, the American, has been brilliant on that left side. I think that Fulham win the match, but I am a little bit nervous to bet it. I don't know if I'm going to get there or not.
Yeah, I do. I agree wholeheartedly on Fulham to win. I like how you threw out Robertson because Brian is asking us as we go through this game to maybe spitball some names that can find the back of the net or maybe even do the FanDuel to score or assist. So good looks on throwing out that name there. Brian, good luck on taking Robertson if you follow that one. All right, so Fulham, we both like them on the money line. That over-under is a touch tricky. I think it sounds like we both lean over, though. It seems like we both like Fulham, but we both lean over.
Yeah, I like Fulham a little bit more than I like the over, but I do like
Agreed.
both looks. I mean, I think that they might be worthy of like half units potentially.
I'm assuming. All right, I always gotta price shop that over. Let's get a look at what is that over at. It's at so you'd be getting them both at plus money. Fulham's at plus money, and the over is at about 115, about plus 115. Okay, all right. Let's transition over to Brighton. Let's go to Amex. Let's go. Let's go over there and let's go look at see what Brighton and Brentford are throwing out there today. I know this was one where people were kind of asking me earlier, and they were like over, 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 and I had obviously already pre-done the research before getting people to ask me these questions. And this fixture has gone under, 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 under. There's been 1-3-3 game, and other than that, the other 5 outside of the 3-3 game have all gone under 2.5. So. Yeah, I don't know if I can quite get on it. It's the same thing with Brentford. Like when we did Brentford versus Luton, remember we did it was it the money line plus the under 4.5? I think that was against Luton. Yeah, that was against Luton when they won 3-1. I want Brentford at home. Some of these teams I just don't want any part of when they go away from their home grounds. And just look at yesterday's example with Luton and Arsenal. I mean, that grounds was rocking yesterday. I couldn't turn the TV off between the goals, the atmosphere, the energy, all that. Luton doesn't play like that away from grounds. Brentford's not as good away, so I don't want a piece of them on the road here. I would kind of lean under 2.5 and go a little contrarian here. Brighton starting to get tired legs. They're playing a ton of games these days. I'm going under here as a lean.
Yeah. I'm looking at lineups right now. Malpaw, Neil Maypaw, whatever, however going up against
I'm not one to correct people on pronunciation.
No. Yeah, no, Maupay. You're right. He's going up against his former club. I'll tell you one player. If you're looking for a goal scorer like João Pedro, he takes the penalties. He's got a lot of goals. If it's I know he's been killing it kind of in Europa League, but I mean he's still scoring in the Prem too. But yeah, these two teams did play a 3-3 classic in their last head-to-head. I don't know if I see that one today. Only one win of 6 for Brentford. Brighton are normally pretty strong here. Yeah, under 2.5 in the last 3 Brighton home games. That's
6 of their last 8 have gone under 2.5. You're seeing tired legs. This is the first time they've ever played in Europe. This is the first time this team's ever in their life ever suited up every 3 days. They're not used to this every 3 days action. 6 of the last 8 have gone under 2.5. There's a reason. These boys don't play like that. They don't have a deep squad. Unders for me in this fixture. Yeah. Give me an under.
No, I totally agree with you. I think this is a tough bet, but I'm just kind of cooking something up here.
I'm looking at.
There's
here you go.
There's another little.
Ooh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I have nothing. I think this is I think it's probably the easiest pass that I've got here. I think I don't have anything on this game.
I agree with you because just going back to Fulham Nottingham, I'd grab that Fulham money line before I threw any cash down on this game. This is a contractors of style. Brighton number 1 in the league. The games average 4 goals per match. Brentford away second lowest at 2.3. You just don't get you don't get 2 things that match. You got 2 things that are button heads and contradicting themselves. So in that scenario, it's always an easy pass for me. You're not putting your money in a good spot. You're hoping for goals. You're hoping for an under. Hell, Brighton. I mean, they could light it up. Their games average 4 goals a month. They're 4 goals a game for a reason. I bet if you look at that over the recent 8 games, though, with 6 of 8 unders, that's trending down big time, big time. So, all right, what's another? Let's do Palace Bournemouth, where I've given out the under 2.5 in this fixture. We've talked about Palace. Another stat to throw at you guys is Palace has had 6 home games. They've only had 14 goals in their 6 home games, and that's goals scored and goals conceded. No big shocker that is dead last in the Premier League. You just don't score at Selhurst. They don't score. You don't score. It's an under, under, under. Yeah, I could really care less, that Bournemouth gets 2 at home against Villa. Teams are always better at home. So you want to hit the 0-0 at halftime? You're not the only guy that hit that at halftime. So this is an under. This is an under. I gave it out at minus 115. It's minus 135 now.
I'm looking. I want to find a way here, and I think that double chance here is very interesting with Bournemouth. I don't trust Palace enough to score. I think that look at Bournemouth's most recent results. You want to talk about a team that's feeling pretty good? It's Bournemouth. I mean, look at what they've done recently. They drew 2-2 to Villa. They beat Sheffield United. They beat Newcastle United. Trounced by Man City, no shame. They get beat by Liverpool, no shame. They beat Burnley. I mean, that's what I would chalk up as their last, they've won 3, drawn 1, lost 2. I mean, they're kind of in a good way. And then Palace, Palace, look at these. 3-2 loss to Everton, lose to 2-1 to Luton, 1-1 draw to West Ham. I mean, I don't know.
Take Solanke to score a goal. He got a goal in the weekend against Villa. He's been turning it up here a little bit.
Yeah. Let me see just what we have on a best price here for double chance.
It's got to be, yeah. This is one of those double chances I would take whichever team is the better price. It feels like a draw, or if somebody squeaks it out, it ain't by a margin. It's definitely a one.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't know. There's got to be a better price out there, but minus 160 on FanDuel just isn't good enough. On a Bournemouth double chance. I needed minus 130.
Both teams have scored. No has hit in all of Premier League's last 8 night matches. I don't know what it matters playing at night, but there's a stat for you.
You could always go to a Bournemouth plus a quarter. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. So you're on under 2.5 minus 137.
No, I gave it out at minus 115 on Monday.
Oh, beauty. Yeah, I like that play.
Way to be ahead of it.
Yep. There's a good lesson right there. Since I have 137 right now on FanDuel, yeah, I can go. Let me go shopping a little bit. But if that's one of the better prices, I wouldn't play it.
You want to talk about line shopping? We were on YouTube yesterday with a Wolves match. FanDuel had Hwang at plus 115 to score a goal. DraftKings had him at plus 210 for Hwang to score a goal. Obviously, Hwang's the only one that scored a goal, so people who were tuned into YouTube got a nice little hit yesterday. Wish I could take credit for that, but it was actually from a great supporter here on the show. Said Hwang was going to score, so yeah, it was great. I was actually going to go. We got CJ. He's going for Gakpo to get a goal. That's what CJ's saying. Gakpo.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Their 4th goal, before it bubbled out to Trent for the ultimate goal, he had a nice, hard, low shot. He had the keeper scrambling down. I mean, it was a real nice attempt. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, his shot is kind of what caused that. The one thing I'll say with you about Gakpo, I mean, this could be a bad take, but I think it's the right take. Is I just know this Liverpool, how they substitute out, is that Nunez is definitely coming on at 65 at the latest.
And it's for Gakpo, is what you're about to say.
You're only getting Gakpo probably here for 60 minutes. So if you like Gakpo, you should take him to score first at 5-1 instead of the plus 140 price. That's my opinion. I think that's a decent opinion. Go for the 5-1 shot instead of the anytime.
What about instead of first goal scorer? There's some sports books where you can take a dude to score in the first half. Because I agree. Nunez is on, and he's on for Gakpo 100%. It's around an hour. I think DraftKings lets you take a guy to score in a half.
I know. I saw that.
I s-
They've got. There's so many different. It's crazy. All the different books. Like I saw somebody hit a 80-1 shot on both teams to score 2 touchdowns in the Bengals Jags game. Like I
hmm,
didn't even know that was like a available prop.
yeah, me neither. Interesting. What is
Yeah.
Gakpo? So he's about plus 140.
Plus 140, but you could get a nice. You could probably find maybe a little bit better than 5-1 on a first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So that game, that game, that game, that game. We're gonna hold off on do Villa City, and we'll hold off doing United Chelsea. Those lineups will drop in about 20 minutes. Let's flip it over to Thursday's action. There's 2 games. One of them's at Goodison Park. Everton taking on Newcastle. Big thing here for Newcastle is obviously Nick Pope has the shoulder injury, so he's going to be out for about 4 to 5 months. So that's certainly a concern. Not having Nick Pope. I don't think goalkeepers matter, but that being said, Nick Pope is clean sheet machine, and he's really stinking good. It's going to come down to, are you really going to trust Newcastle away from St. James's Park? Because you look at the stats, and we've talked about them, the home and away is drastically different. This one smells like an under. I'm going to actually trust Sean Dice here and
Wow.
trust that Newcastle does have a drop when they don't have the crowd at St. James's Park pushing them. Again, it's a lean. I haven't locked in a bet yet for this game, but something tells me this one's going under too.
I like the other side of it. I like both teams to score an over 2.5 because I know that Everton create. I like that Everton are at home, and I trust in Newcastle to create against an Everton side that isn't that great. So I actually like the both teams to score an over 2.5 price here. You can find it at plus 111 at FanDuel. Um, I do kind of like that a little bit here. I don't want to pick a winner. Not really sure who's going to win this game, but I mean the last time that these two teams played, it was a 4-1. It was on this ground. It was a 4-1 to Newcastle. Um, I think that Everton, some of their results have just been weird. Like when you look at the United game, I mean they created 3 goals expected there. Um,
When we
Everton have been
talk
a tough beat too recently.
Yeah, when we talk about that XG though, we've talked about how Everton was fourth. That was feels like about a month ago. Now they're ninth, so they're not creating like they were, a month ago when we were raving about them and talking about how they were a top 5 team. Now they're clinging on to barely being a top 10 team in terms of XG created.
That's
So
true, but we always knew that that wasn't going to stick forever. I mean, it's Everton, you
sure,
know,
sure.
but there was
What if,
always going to be some regression there. But I
what
can
about
I
the
can handle them being top 10 in creation at home.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
What about the 10 point deduction though? Because you would expected, and I bet over 2.5 in Forest Everton because we like Forest at home, how they create, blah blah blah. The 10 point production is Sean Dice going to be shifting his tactics? Is that why we're seeing the XG maybe fall a little bit? Because Forest only had a point 0.6 XG. They didn't do anything against Everton in that matchup. And yet Everton squeaks out the 1-0 win. Are we going to start to see real, true Sean Dice ball here until something with this appeal happens? Is he going to buckle down to, all right, to hell with you guys. I'm going to set it up defensively. I'm going to bang in a corner off, Tarkowski's going to hit in a corner, and that's how we're going to win this game 1-0 off Tarkowski.
I don't think that his mindset will change here. I do think that it will tweak and change because it's Newcastle and we know how strong they are, but they're not as strong away. And um, I don't know. Something just tells me I think Everton bag one here at home. I think that Newcastle contribute, and then you just need that extra one on top of it. So um, that's my feeling right now. But I think that it's definitely a lineup checker.
All right, let's get a price of the over 2.5. Let's see what the over is. Do you need the both teams to score? The over is at minus 113. That falls into me of
Yeah,
not needing it, but people obviously
for
agree
sure.
different.
Yeah, no. I totally agree with you. I think that you probably can find a flat 110.
Which keeper will start? Will it be the old Liverpool keeper, or will it be the old Man United, the dude from Man United that went back to Newcastle, whatever his name was?
Not Henderson, right?
No, it was Martin like do something like some. I think he's from like Serbia or somewhere around there.
Uh, Martin Doo.
Sure, do. Yeah, tell that to his face.
I know, right?
No Calvert Lewin.
Uh,
Remember, I texted you this weekend when we were on that over, and when lineups dropped, I said, "Where's Calvert Lewin?" Maybe no Calvert Lewin again in this fixture.
yeah, see, like that right there, like there's a perfect example of why this is a lineup checker. And now give me a second here, and I'll find the results. It's Dubravka, who's pretty good. He's really tall. He's been in the league for a long time. Martin Dubravka.
Yeah, Martin or
So
United never played him, so I can't. I don't really know about
yeah,
him,
so
but
that's a good one here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let's go. Let's check this. Calvert Lewin
watch out if
moves.
Everton scores first. If Everton scores first, under Sean Dice, they're 10 wins and 4 draws. If they're able to score first, they don't lose under Sean Dice because you know what Sean Dice is going to do. He's going to protect the hell out of that lead and say, we're at least getting a point now. We've scored first. We have the advantage. Never lost under Sean Dice as Everton if they open the scoring.
So here we go. Looks like Calvert Lewin will go.
Okay.
Dominique is showing good signs of being right, so he'll come back into the thinking. Potential return
Into the thinking.
is the 7th. They've got his status as 100%.
Okay, so he's in. Okay. I don't know if I. Oh, here you go. Steven's got the name here. He knows the guy. Dubravka. Yeah. You just go call him Doo to his face again. Go see how he likes that. All right.
Like,
Let's. I know Steven's in the chat. He's a big Spurs fan. Let's move it over now to White Hart Lane. Tottenham taking on West Ham. You know it's Ainge ball, so you know we're going to get entertained. He promised goals against Man City, and boy, he didn't disappoint. A nice 3-3 thriller. You know you're going to get goals in this fixture because that's what West Ham does. Their games are both teams will score in over 2.5. You know you're getting goals from the Spurs side. Let me go look up what the over is, but this smells like an over. Of course, I would always certainly generally side with the home side. This sounds like one they're going to have to tack on to both teams to score. Yeah, the over is minus 220, and both teams to score is also 200. So yeah, you gotta be willing to. Let's parlay those suckers together real quick. That comes out to about minus 150. That just gets to like soccer's so much of like I miss chances. These guys really aren't clinical. I don't pay minus 150 for that crap. I'd rather just stay away from it at that point.
Yeah, I think that this would be one of those like I would lean towards accepting that price and still playing it at 150. I do think that this is a both teams are scoring over 2.5. I mean, the numbers back it. 8 consecutive road matches for West Ham. They've scored. Tottenham's defense right now is in shambles, but they still bag goals.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just double check some. Um, no Antonio. Zuma will come back. I will say this too is I think West Ham might be of interest, but maybe here.
Nah,
I
they're
think I
not
think
winning
West
anything.
Ham. You don't think so?
Nah, no way.
Really? I think that West Ham can beat them.
Mm.
I think that West Ham can beat them. I would be very like this is this that what do you have best price on a West Ham +1?
Uh, West Ham +1. So you're not thinking they're not losing by a margin. West Ham +1 is minus 150. Minus 150. Not
I
best
like
price,
it.
A price.
They're not getting beat by a margin here.
Well, you look at this 3 head-to-heads. They've got 3 wins for Spurs and a draw.
Yep.
So you got
This is
that.
just I know you can't even look at that with this because they have no center backs, Jason.
I don't disagree. Romero does come back from a suspension, right? God forbid if he gets another red card. Ange is going to blow his head off. If he's like, dude, you're my only center back I got. Like, quit with all the dirty ass fouls. I think he does come back for this one. So Dyer's still hurt, right?
Who's coming back? Okay, so yeah, Romero's back. You're right.
Romero's
Okay.
back. So they got one center back.
They got one. I
I
mean,
got one.
I
You
don't
know what?
know. Some tell me that West Ham are going to play them pretty tough here. Uh, I would be very surprised. I'd be very surprised if Tottenham won this game by a margin like they did last season. They have two out of the last three times they have beaten them by a margin. I don't think that this is that time though.
You know what this smells like, Matt? Remember last season, Tottenham, Newcastle. We were like, we did the research stats, and we are like, these goals are coming in the second half. We got a great plus money price on over 1.5. West Ham have conceded 24 goals this season. How about 19 of those 24 goals that they've conceded have all been in the second half? 19 of the 24 have been in the second half. I'm gonna go look up what Spurs do damage wise, but I'm looking at a second half over 1.5 in this game.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's a good look. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Let me look it up. Let's see. Spurs third in the league, averaging 1.93 goals in the second half, third best in the league. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And West Ham, right above them, 2.21. Oh well,
So you're
boy.
like second half goals over or most goals in the match in the second half.
Or most goals in the second half. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I just want to make sure. I just want to look at it. So this is at White Hart Lane. It's 1.83. What did I say is 1.9. So a slight dip when they're at home. Drops to 1.83. West Ham on the road, 2.57. So theirs bumps up and bumps up well more than theirs bumps down. Theirs only bumps down about zero point 0.1. Theirs bumps up by about 0.36. I believe that would be quick math off my head. Yeah, West Ham on the road, giving up 2.57 goals. I mean, it makes sense. 19 there, 24. All right, I got to look that up. What is FanDuel? FanDuel is the only book I know that offers you more goals and what half. And then I'll look up the over 1.5. This smells like a second half fireworks. Half with most goals, second half even money. Yeah, they know those goals are coming in the second half. What's an over 1.5 in the second half? Minus 148. Yeah, there's goals in the second half. Minus 148. Mm. No, which of those two I would play? Probably play the one on FanDuel. But okay, so you actually like West Ham though. Wow. I just don't think of David Moyes as like a. I bet if you go look up his record against the top clubs, like it feels like off the top of my head is he doesn't have much success against the big boys. Like
No, I don't think he
it
does.
doesn't feel like he's tactically setting it up right against the big guys.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you. But he did pull out like a little cup last year. He's got West Ham right now in the top side of the table. They're playing a lot better than they did last year. Remember, they were kind of bottom feeders last year. They were
Mm-hmm.
going through that gauntlet of playing in the Conference League, whatever. They've been able to get some players. I mean, dude, the guy that West Ham got from Ajax is an absolute player.
Oh, Kudus.
Uh,
Yeah, he's good.
yeah.
He
Um,
good.
They've got a good goalie. They've got two good center halves. I love Zuma and Aguard. Very solid. Then Sufal and Emerson. Like, it's pretty good. And then in the middle, you've got the Thomas Suchek, Paqueta, James Ward-Prowse, the Mexican Edson Alvarez, Ben Rama, Fornals, Kudos, and then they do. I do wish that Antonio was in the lineup because I don't think that they really replaced the what was that guy from Sassuolo
Oh,
that ended
Skumaka.
up Skamaka. I thought that they don't really they don't have a true number nine right now. They're probably. I mean, are they going to start Danny Ings? Like what have they been doing? Who'd they start last?
They started
That's a good
Bowen.
one.
They started Bowen as the number 9.
Did they?
Instead of a winger, he was the number 9, which
I mean,
didn't work out
I
for him.
mean,
They were going against
he's a
Pesky Palace at the same time, but it didn't work for him.
yeah. Um, let's just see how they did roll out that front three. What was that like? Owen, Kudos on the right. He was man of the match. 8.6 Kudos in that match. Paqueta on the left. I mean, they're good. They're pretty good. I think that they're not Aston Villa good, But I still think that Tottenham are worth picking on right now. I think that +1 might be gold. Maybe even throw double chance.
If you're doing that, Matt, that +1 was -150. Both teams will score over 2.5 is -150. I'd much rather just go for the goals and not hope that West Ham doesn't lose by a margin. I hear you and say that you obviously like them to win, but let's be realistic. There probably is going to be goals, and they're probably both damn scoring in this match.
Honestly, yeah, I like them. I like them both a little bit. You're paying up some juice, but I would be shocked. I'd be shocked to lose both of those. Absolutely shocked. Do you get juiced out? Maybe it's a 2-1 to Spurs and you still collect like a full unit and you push on the +1. I don't know. I just still think that Tottenham are worth picking on. I thought that City created, let's not forget, City created 3 expected goals. They scored 3 goals. Spurs created nothing.
Holland had an XG of 3.
It
Hey,
was
you
like
want to talk
point
about
0.7.
nothing? You want to talk about nothing? You're damn near 4 goals against Fulham were all worldlies.
Oh my god.
It weren't like those were great goals. Those were special players and having special moments.
Yeah, they were. Those were really, really great. I'm glad they didn't chalk off. I thought that they could have chalked off the last one for a foul, but they didn't.
Oh, for a foul? Well, I don't remember that foul.
It was like when the ball got kind of like it got before it got flicked up to Trent on the fourth one. There was this like aerial battle between Simicas and then this other, I forget the guy that scored the third goal for Fulham. He's a pretty good player. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but
Oh, okay.
he kind of pushed him a little bit.
Kind of like Shulesketsky of Akanji. Kind of got the elbow up in on Akanji or Ake,
Yes.
whoever the hell it was. I can't remember who it was now. Whatever it was, that was definitely a high elbow, to say the least. All right, Matt. Let's. We got 4 minutes. I want to get your opinion real quick because I'm looking at Bet Rivers. I've already got 2 units on Villa City. Both teams score over 2.5. The price literally just dropped now to -107. I'm about to throw another third unit on it. Talk me off of it, Matt. Talk me off of not patting another unit, but just talk me off of liking the play of both teams to score over 2.5. And we're 4 minutes away from finding out who's going to be starting in this game.
I'll give you one concern is that City's attack is just really freaking depleted today. Like
Unless you get the lineups and Doku is shaking off that knock. If he's able to start, then yes, who is the other winger? Because Grealish is suspended. Doku would have the knock. Would it be? You can't push Alvarez up. Alvarez is not a winger. I think it would be Oscar. I'm pretty sure Oscar would come in and be the winger there. But if you get Doku, there's no concern.
Yeah, no, yeah. As long as Doku, I mean, he's 50-50 go here.
We got 3 minutes, boys. We're on this because I may add another unit. I don't understand.
No concerns from the Villa side.
Nope.
There's only concerns from the City side, and if they try to because City can muck games up sometimes when they're not like at their very best.
4 of the last 5 have had this bet hit, and the only miss was when you missed on the over. You did not miss on the both teams to score. So 4 of the last 5 have cashed with the miss on the hook for the 5th. I don't know. I am refreshing Twitter as fast as I can when it becomes 1:15.
I know I am here right now.
I mean,
let's go over and talk about your boys because I do agree. Like if there's one play on this game.
I mean, you don't have Rodri, so that's going to lend to goals, right? You're probably going to get Kovacic. He does not trust Calvin Phillips. I've heard him politely bash him enough in enough press conferences. So you're getting Kovacic, or you're getting John Stones, And he said in his last press conference, John Stones could be the CDM. So we need to see lineups.
He is. That's where Stones is really. That's when they're at their best is when he's playing that hybrid role. See, I wanted to take. So what do you have on a best price for Villa? +1. I think +1s are gone.
+1. Okay, let me look. Villa +1. It's not going to be crazy. -136.
At Bet Rivers?
Yeah, Bet Rivers, yeah.
I mean, I don't you. I think that Villa. I would be surprised today if Villa were beaten by a margin. I really am. Like I'd be surprised.
But that being said, like how many times does City hit the post in that first half against Tottenham? Like while they're so close in all their games, we know to just running it up. I
Here
mean,
is
yeah,
a city. Here's a city like some place as a media city, 700,000 followers. They dropped the lineup 53 minutes ago.
no bullshit.
Ederson, walk like we'll see if it's correct. I mean, sometimes they're a little off, but I don't. He's Doku's not there. Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Akanji, Guardiol, Stones, Lewis, and then their front is kind of Bernardo, Alvarez, Holland. I mean, that's still pretty damn good. Bernardo, Julian Alvarez, Holland, and Foden.
That's enough for me to like an over. That's enough for me to put another unit
That's
on
enough
it.
for me. That'd be probably enough for me to avoid betting
Phil?
against betting against them too.
I mean, this is a chance for definitely for Villa to say, okay, we're sitting in fourth place right now. Like it's not fake. We are here. We're getting a home match. You need to get points at home. If they're going to be real and actually put in a fight, all right, lineups are dropped. Let me look it up.
So he's going with the team in the second half that he changed to. Unai Emery changed to this team against Tottenham when they were lucky to keep it at 1-1 at halftime, and he made some changes. He subbed out Diaby for Leon Bailey. He brought in Tielemans for like Matty Cash. No Matty Cash today. This is a pretty good lineup for Villa too. I mean, this is really strong. Martinez, Konsa,
It's yeah.
Diego Carlos, the Paul guy, the I forget what his last name is, Digne, John McGinn, Kamara, Douglas Luiz, Tielemans, Bailey, Watkins. You know, one thing I was thinking about is I was thinking about an Ollie Watkins, Holland, anytimer parlay.
You said Holland, Oli Watkins. By the way, great header to snatch a point against Bournemouth. Not many dudes are burying that header. Very lucky for them to get that point. Anyways, who was that third player? You said Watkins, Holland, and who?
No, a third player, just like just a two player bet, the two strikers,
Mm-hmm.
both to score
Mm-hmm.
parlay.
Sure. What are your odds?
I don't know. It's not pulling it up for me right now on FanDuel when I click them.
All right, and I did throw another unit at minus 107, so sign me up. I'm in for 3 units on this game.
Wow. 3 units on both teams to score and over 2.5.
Oli Watkins is plus 210. I wouldn't dump him in a
Yeah,
parlay. I'd play him straight up at plus 210. I wouldn't want to ruin
yeah. I
anything.
think that's a good. That's what I kind of agree. I agree. That's a good price.
Holland is minus 152. Oh, no, wait. Minus 105 over on DraftKings. Minus 105. Good. I'm glad I price shopped that
For
first.
who?
For the both teams to score over 2.5.
Okay. Okay.
It's minus 105. Sign me up. All right, I'm getting you your just comparatively here. Holland's minus 135 on DraftKings. Wow. And Watkins is plus 180 on DraftKings. Wow, these prices. This is why you've got a price shop. I know it's time consuming as hell, but it pays off.
It
Uh,
does.
Holland
Yeah.
is
So I.
minus 115 on FanDuel. Like I feel like I got to hit that too. He's on pin duty.
I
You're giving me Holland at minus 115. I'm going to create 30 chances. My XG is going to be 6.89. Are you
so I
kidding
have a
me?
$20. Like when you do those parlay, same game parlay or whatever. I have a $20 credit on my FanDuel because I cooked up like a 10 legger or whatever yesterday. Didn't hit. So
Right.
I'm going to use that $20 right now on that parlay plus 505 Holland and Watkins
You
both to
get
score.
Watkins at plus 240 alone on FanDuel.
A Holland and a Watkins at plus 505.
Coming along for the ride. I'm gonna hold on. I'm coming along.
This is
Those
the one I
are
really want to see, this United Chelsea lineup. This is going to tell me everything I need to know.
okay. Yeah, let's catch to that one real quick. Um, let's catch that one real quick. I do want. I just kind of
Cucurella,
all the bets I want to make here.
Lindelof, Gallo, McTominay.
All right.
Remember
What?
that.
Let's pull up these lineups here. Let's pull up Chelsea United lineups. Here we go.
Marcus Rashford.
Oh my gosh. You got to. This is an under 2.5. They made the effing mistake. He always makes it. He's got Bruno on the wing. And he's got Amrabat as the number 10. Oh no,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
this
that
is wrong. No, no, no,
that
wait,
is
this is
not
wrong. No, this
that's
website
that's
is
wrong.
wrong.
That's
Yeah,
wrong.
this
Flash score.
website's yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah,
wrong.
yeah. It's wrong. It's Amrabat switching with Fernandez and then Anthony on the right.
And Anthony on the right.
So,
So yeah, so no Kobe
but
Mino. So Amrabat here. Oh my God, this is all jacked up. They've got this lineup. Wait, here's where this game's won. Give me Enzo Fernandez and Casayedo against Amrabat and McTominay. They will
yeah,
dominate this midfield. Will Enzo and Casayedo? They will dominate
that's
this
where
midfield.
I'm going right now. Where is the best price on Chelsea? Draw no bet. That's where I'm at here.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I'm at Chelsea. No bet.
Cole Palmer coming in. Love me some Cole Palmer.
I mean, it is at Old Trafford.
I don't give a shit. It's at Old Trafford.
I know. I know.
People said they were going to turn up after the Manchester Derby. How'd that work out against Newcastle when they exited out of the EFL Cup? Embarrassing. Two shit performances right in a row. This team is capable of putting together shit performances in a row. They don't necessarily turn up when they get embarrassed. It doesn't
Look
happen.
at Pochettino putting the captain Reece James on his backside.
Well, he's injured. Reece James is hurt.
He's on the bench today.
Well, he's working his way back. No big surprise. He's a bench player, not a starter. He's coming back from fitness.
Ooh, this is gonna be a
Cucurella's in.
hold
Hold on. Cucurella's in. He hasn't been playing with fullbacks in a while. He's got Cucurella. Shit, he's getting Cucurella and Reece James. This team's on the uptick. This team's on the uppity up. All right, what's that draw? No bet. I like it with you. What about the under 2.5? We kind of debated that a little bit. This is tricky because it's either going 2-1 either direction or it's an under. Like this to me is not a goal fest. United doesn't finish their chances. Chelsea has a third best XG allowed away from Stamford Bridge. Really good defensive side away from Stamford Bridge. I know people are going to spit at me in the chat the recent form for Chelsea and all the overs. But when they're away from Stamford Bridge, games tend to seem to go under. Don't look at that 10-man performance against Newcastle because they whip everybody's ass at St. James's Park. I'm liking the draw. No, that midfield is going to get worked today. McTominay and Amrabat, they're getting vastly outplayed.
Yeah,
right. By the way, that parlay of Watkins and Holland is 5-1.
Yeah. Yep.
Chelsea minus 128. I'm getting you the best price.
Yep. I'm going Chelsea, draw no bet. I'm going to just split the stakes. I'm going to go half unit, Chelsea, draw no bet, half unit, under 2.5 goals at plus 121, plus 123.
I'm showing. Okay, so that's a worse price on that book. You know what? I'm going half a unit under 2.5, half a unit on that 5-1 Watkins Holland parlay. That's how I'm splitting up that unit. I like Watkins, and everybody on this planet likes Holland, obviously. I'll price shop it for you, that draw no bet, real quick. I am showing the best price so far at FanDuel. FanDuel's minus 128 is best.
Yep, I got -1. I did hit that one earlier before we got on the show. I had Chelsea draw no bet minus 126.
All right, I'm putting this up on the screen. I'm on it. I really actually bet this parlay that I mentioned, these Watkins and Holland. Yeah, that flash score just threw the people in. They did not care about where they put them on a position standpoint.
All right, Jason, it's my time. I got to go get in my bunker and watch this Liverpool clean sheet.
Hey, credit Ten Hag for finally dropping Rashford. Whoa, I get the credit there. I want a piece of that. Okay, you can drop if you'd like. I am gonna bet this, and I will throw up my bets if you want to rifle yours off. But I want to bet it before I actually tell people. But if there's anything,
yeah. So, half unit Chelsea draw no bet. Half unit United Chelsea under 2.5. Full unit Liverpool clean sheet at plus 110. And I want to hit Fulham
Fulham
that
will
I
be
have.
really good.
I'm probably just going to stick. I'm just going to stick with where I'm at. I've got 3 bets, 2 half units, 1 full. That's what I'm going with today.
I'll tell you, folks, if you want to tail bets, Matt is very picky, and because of that, he has a great hit rate. So you show way more discipline than I do. Way more
I know it's
discipline than I
really.
do.
I have to admit these midweek games, like I definitely like to splash some things. Oh yeah, and I do have the $20 freebie on the five plus 505 Holland and Watkins. But yeah, I mean, so that would win.
All the money.
A nice little 100.
All the money. Okay, I'm throwing this up. Again,
All right.
hang, drop, whatever you feel. We will be back tomorrow, folks, at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Eastern.
Love it.
We'll be back.
Enjoy it. I'll be texting you, Jason. Have fun, everybody.
Go Liverpool.
Yep. Go Liverpool. Bye.
All right, boys, waiting on getting these up here on the screen. Yeah. This Villa City price dropping, I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever. I'll throw mine up here. Dang it. Software is giving me problems. Hold on. There we go. So that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. All right. That's how I'm rolling today, boys. Today in soccer. Give me 3 units on that both team to score at over 2.5. Obviously, I bought them at all different prices, so that's why I'll break them out like that. Because I am a bet a unit to win whatever the hell. I don't bet to win a unit. So, anyways, that's why I break them out like that. Liverpool on the clean sheet. Get it a little under 2.5 there in Palace, Bournemouth. Under 2.5 in Man United, Chelsea. See it happening. See it happening. And then I will do Matt's Watkins, Holland at 5-1. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the Holland and Watkins parlay. I'll do that. I'm also fine with watching these games with you. If we watch them on YouTube, I can't show the game because, well, you guys remember that one time I showed that tennis match and YouTube sniffed me out in like 30 seconds, it felt like. But if you guys want to jump on over to TikTok, I can jump on over to TikTok and I can go in the living room and I can show the games on the TV like I do. It's up to you guys, or I can just sit back and watch it by myself, I guess. Yeah, that's how I'm going to go ahead and roll today, boys. Good luck with your bets. Good luck with your bets. I will probably, let's just do TikTok because I can't even show the games on YouTube. So nobody wants to sit here and just watch me talk for an hour and a half with you guys can't watch the game. So let's do TikTok. Do I have enough battery power? Yikes. I don't have much battery. I don't have much battery. Maybe we can't watch the game. Yeah, I don't have much battery. Shit. Let me send this tweet out of the cards. Get these out. Hold on. All right. Let me focus here for a second. All right, boys. 12 p.m. Eastern. 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll be back for tomorrow's episode of Between the Posts. We'll Premier League all of the weekend games. All of the weekend games. Francisco, nice, funny little comment there. Funny. No. The only reason I wear United and then any jersey in the Prem who makes me money. Obviously, that's why I have a City jersey. But no, I can't rep other stuff in the Prem. Now I'll rep Bundesliga and I got Serie A, I got some other crap. But nah, Man United, true and true, my man. Can't do that. Nice comment. All right, boys. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 12 o'clock. We'll break down this weekend games. Go enjoy it. Let's get some goals. Let's have some fun.